Hey everybody, this is Rydo, and we are back to LEGO Star Wars The Force Awakens. I've done 3 tricks to try and see if I can stop the hitching and lagging. It hasn't been too bad on the game so far anyways, but what I did, just in case people are having this problem, and I've certainly had this problem, apparently there's some kind of known bug for having the Logitech setpoint software open and the service running. That is the software to connect a wireless Logitech keyboard and mouse to your computer. I suppose that could be the issue because I was playing before this computer on a gaming laptop which wouldn't have had a wireless keyboard and mouse plugged in. So I guess that certainly could have been part of the problem. I've also decided, I saw other suggestions to run the program as an administrator. Really shouldn't change anything doing that for a video game. And certainly this still is some kind of limitation or problem with how TT Games makes LEGO games on PC versus all the hundreds of other games I've played on a computer with the Logitech software running and not running them as an administrator. I've also disabled the high resolution dots per inch adjustment. So I've done 3 things, which is not the right way to try to diagnose a problem. Certainly, I should have only made 1 change, played the level, then tried to make another change and played the level. I'm not sure. I have maybe one more thing. I could turn off the higher dots per inch for my entire Windows setup instead of just specifically excluding this application. And I'm running the most recent update of Windows, which I believe is either a Redstone update or a Creators Update, whatever they're calling it. Which has a advanced game mode where more CPU and more power is being given to the game, which really this game shouldn't need that. There was also an issue with my open broadcast software that records the video. I at one point had it adjusted very poorly where it was spending a lot of CPU process making very high quality video in the recording to the point where the CPU was bottlenecking and slowing down the actual game. That's way too much of a setup because we just want to continue the game. Now, 30 years later from the prologue, I'm not really sure why this game needed the prologue, but whatever. So I guess this will probably still be like a secondary tutorial level. Let's go. Now what's weird is you hit continue and it goes to whatever save file you were on. So I'm not sure exactly. I guess maybe you have to load, then hit continue.
X-Wing approaching. Cleared for landing. Yeah! Glad to have you back, sir.
Admiral Statura wants to see you right away, Dameron.
Remember, I haven't seen any of the movies, so I can't really testify if this scene was actually the first scene of the movie or happened later or never.
Glad you made it back in one piece. Yeah, there's no time for that now. And there's no time to get comfortable. Another mission has come in. It's high priority. We need you to get to Jakku ASAP. Collect some vital intelligence. We'll brief you en route. Never stops talking, that one.
See, this is weird because it feels like BB-8 wouldn't be in this sequence, and that felt like a hitch immediately. Follow the guide studs to your next objective. So this is a hub world. I kind of thought there would be something like a hub world.
You know what this intelligence is?
That information is need to know.
Do I need to know?
No.
I already know? How do I know?
No. I said you know.
I don't think I do know.
No, not.
And see, these are the guy talking
You know.
with the little dialogue. That's new.
I'm really confused. Can I go now?
You know.
So the thing that I'd like to see is if this is the hub world, there should be, I suspect, a place to buy red extras, unlock the red bricks. We can also see that there's apparently 035 of some secondary gameplay mission. I assume it's somewhat similar to the Jabba the Hutt missions in the original game.
It should have been me going to Jakku. I could have found Lor Sinteca. I could have brought back the intelligence. I could have worked on my tan.
This is Poe Dameron we're playing as. Here we've got a guy.
Master Poe, I hear that once again you are to bravely embark on another perilous mission. I do wish you the best of luck in your endeavor. After you have successfully completed your assignment, perhaps you could return to me. I would dearly like to revisit my pivotal role in the rescue of Admiral Akbar.
So it's a background. There we had kind of a hitch. So we're seeing a little bit of a hitch up when loading now, which isn't terrible. So we DLC stuff. In a weird way, the hitching has gotten worse. And what do we need here? We need a specific guy to blow up or laser golden bricks. And it's looking like each one of these areas are very much missions that will unlock later. I don't think there's too much that can be done right now. We'd have to have the Force. There kind of needs to be a little bit of a story telling you what had happened as far as C-3PO and how he got to this point. And I know that R2-D2 is supposed to be shut down. So what does this do? If I hit B? Nothing's happening. So apparently I can't do anything with that. I assume that that's some DLC that just would not have been there if you hadn't bought in the season pass. There's a gold brick. Terminals around the galaxy can be used to replay story levels and free play with newly unlocked characters. Okay. I also suspect that we may run into a collection of hub worlds like this, and I can't go into that robot. So these characters in free play mode, which may require you to play the whole game to unlock, like, these characters eventually will be characters that I can hit Y and jump into, I'm pretty sure. Here we've got that guy. I guess there was more to it than that. This feels like it's kind of going in circles, but I guess I am actually driving it. But Doesn't seem like there's anything you can really do with it. It's just a vehicle. And even if there is a little bit of hitchiness in the hub world, that might not translate directly into hitchiness. Look at these plants. These are not Lego friendly flowers. They're pretty, but not what we're normally expecting. I'm just all over the place, playing basically in free play mode, something that I should be doing later when I have more abilities. So let's move on. It is going to be incredibly frustrating if it turns out that the Logitech set point software is the item that that was causing some of the hitching, because lots and lots of people have this problem. Not enough, certainly, to not sell the game for TT Games, but definitely a lot of people have the problem. I'm looking all around. This is a pretty big area. It's a little disappointing seeing all of that fog in the background. I would have hoped for a little bit better quality skyboxes.
You sure that's safe? I know what I'm doing. Whoa.
We walked close enough to trigger a cutscene.
See, what I was doing there was messing up really badly.
Yeah, I got that.
Okay. So I took the long way around. I guess that's what I was supposed to do.
On you go, BB-8.
Wow, why is there a big Y button over here? Oh, I guess that was just a tutorial Y button. Yeah, we've looked around this area, gotten a feel. I do feel like this is probably a realistic experience for a kid to play a Lego game, is to be very sporadic and random and not follow the instructions directly. Okay. I guess I'm going the wrong direction. You have to go clockwise, you can't go counterclockwise. And then we're gonna play this hacking game again, I guess. Which maybe there's an achievement for solving one of the hacking mini games in the least number of moves. Speaking of achievements, I got no less than 6 for playing the first level in a very natural way.
Oh, I promise it won't happen again this week. No, wait, make that today. I don't want to make promises I can't keep.
Yeah, and that was about 15 minutes, so hopefully the next level is not 45 minutes like before. And this is what we saw before, was we had this map in Lego Star Wars 3: The Clone Wars, and I don't think I really like the way it plays. Like, Indoor, I assume, is where we were, and Daquar is, I assume, where we're gonna go. And I assume each one of these areas are going to unlock. Says we're 3.4% complete. I imagine that there's multiple levels on the same planet, so I don't even know how this is going to end up working. And I have no clue how much of this is DLC too. I wouldn't be surprised if you were actually following the movie, if Jakku and Daquar were all of the story, or maybe Daquar is actually DLC and Indoor is DLC, and this would have been the first and only planet here for the people who originally had the game. Yeah, Chapter 1, Assault on Jakku. Let's go. Now, I'm not expecting to see any real hitching in cutscenes. Like, there's really no reason for any hitching to happen, but if it's happening in cutscenes particular, that's not a very CPU intensive action that's happening. Maybe it's a little bit more of a GPU, graphics processor intensive action, but it shouldn't even really be that. They've gotten into a nice system in modern engines where the background elements and 90% of what you see on screen is pre-rendered, and all they are doing in engine is rendering your character and his outfit as you set them up on top of a background that was pre-rendered, and it works seamlessly and looks really good. And those are what I generally would have described as in-engine cutscenes, and I guess that's still the right term, but it feels a little less accurate now that some of it's half pre-rendered and some of it isn't. And how can you tell the difference? There's really no way to know. You can definitely recognize all pre-rendered cutscenes where your character has a default outfit and appearance. There's a lot of blackness here. Apologies if your brightness is not set high enough. There's also a lot of silence here. Like, we haven't had a character say anything for several seconds, maybe a minute now. We're just listening to the music. And hopefully the Star Wars music doesn't get copyright claimed out of existence on YouTube, but it probably, some of it will.
This will begin to make things right.
Well, because of you, now we have a chance.
Without the Jedi,
I have no idea what that is. He handed him.
in the Force.
The General's been after this for a long time.
The General, to me, she's royalty.
So, is the General Queen Amidala?
You have to hide.
There's a bit of a hitch there.
Okay, if you don't have a weapon, then grab one now. The First Order's on our doorstep. First Order's almost here. Move yourselves.
So we're in a level now. So it starts to make more sense to play the game the way you normally will play a Lego game. Go for combos. Now one of the games actually had the combo system where you're breaking things, and as you're breaking things you're getting a higher amount of studs, a multiplier on your studs. If that's how this plays, then that increases your chances drastically as far as getting a true Jedi, which is fine by me. There's no major benefit, in my opinion, to having games that there you go. Apparently BB-8 needs to play a little basketball. Ah, 3 times. That seems a little excessive. Maybe I need to do it in 3 different locations. Yeah, I need to do it in 3 different locations. And we can see there's definitely some force. There's a hitch. Here's another one of these.
Hey there! Listen, one of the weapon caches is hidden in my hut, but the door's power supply is flat. You any good with electronics? Ugh, why didn't I just get a regular door with hinges and a handle?
Let's see, what am I supposed to be doing? Keeping it balanced, I guess?
Alright, can you head in there and round up the weapons? I gotta go check on the fortifications.
Let's just keep on playing. I'm starting to lose confidence in this game. Like, I'm not sure I really want to spend the energy trying to play this this all the way through if I can't get the hitching down to almost never. Because it feels like in my efforts even to fix it, nothing's been really fixed. It feels like the hitches are still very much happening. And so that's 2 of 3. That was a pretty powerful smash attack that just happened. Alright.
If you were a real stormtrooper, I wouldn't be putting you back together.
So now I just have to find a way up here, I guess. I'm rather confused with what's going on right now. Where is Rey? Wasn't she the first person that you see in the movie? Doesn't she own BB-8? I don't even really know who Poe Dameron is. I assume he's a rebel fighter of some sort. Let's see. Am I scanning things? We've seen a lot of different they're really integrating every single thing that's ever been in a Lego game before, with perhaps a slight ignoring of some of the what were they? The Lord of the Rings games that had some interesting ideas in them, although were by far some of the worst examples. And now we just gotta spin this. This is too complicated of a puzzle to be for something that isn't by default what you're supposed to do. So let's see, if I go this way, this way, this way, this way, and that way, that was probably the wrong way. And that way and that way.
Great, thanks. Also, could you find the hidden switch in there? I'll be honest, I'm totally spaced about where it is.
Let's just make sure we shoot around. Remember, we're trying to get the True Jedi status, mostly because we want studs, more than anything else. Those extra studs are the thing that will let me purchase. I guess we could check that right now, actually. So hold down Y, come over here through the extras. And what did we get? Stud magnet. Red bricks are currently unavailable to purchase. So either I have to be outside in the overworld to purchase them, or I have to finish the game first. Here's a bowling alley. So there must be something more. There's a little scorpion. I broke all the pins. Okay, so if I hold down X long enough on BB-8, there we go. He has a dash attack that I guess people didn't know about. Alright. Charge this. And keep this in here. It is quite a considerably larger amount of minigames and different interactions compared to the original LEGO Star Wars games. But I mean, that's fine, because I don't think, even if you were a new kid and you wanted to play this story, I don't think it's probably the best move to play this game before the last one. So I would recommend still, even if your child doesn't care one bit about the original Star Wars episodes 1 through 6, I would still say you'd probably want them to play that game first and then play this, just to get the best experience. And see, this looks like it's... Is this supposed to be Luke and Anakin? Or... There's a lot of this over here too, these wind chimes that certainly don't really look Lego-like. It seems very much like they're creating something from that's just video gamey and not Lego bits. And you see more and more of that as they make newer versions of Lego games. Is that going to be the end and we're going to cutscene out of this? Yeah, that was the end of that. I would also argue that you should watch the Star Wars Clone Wars and Star Wars Rebels cartoon before playing or watching episode 7. I think you probably get a better experience doing that. It's asking quite a lot, I know, to watch all 6 of the original movies, the original movies and the prequels, then watch 2 cartoons that went for many seasons, then watch The Force Awakens. I don't think that the side movies like Rogue One are particularly necessary to watch before or after Episode 7. I guess chronologically it would happen sort of between movies, but
Build one? Sure, why not?
Apparently he speaks BB-8 and we don't. See, I can hit these guys, but I don't think that's what I'm supposed to be doing. I think I'm supposed to be breaking things to find a way. Yeah, I would argue that right now, the way Disney, who now owns the Marvel movies, is handling side movies that happen in between other movies is not correct. I would say they should be doing side movies that happen between the most recent movie and the next main movie to come out. Going back and making side movies that are in between other older movies seems like a odd way to release new movies into the theater.
I don't like the look of what they're building.
But they can't really give away that money. They have to. Dasha Promenade. Never heard of the character.
And not just him. You gotta help me.
Get into cover!
So, I believe I saw a demo of this, and there's a couple different ways you can do this. You can target specific things, and you can either shoot them or you can blow them up, and I think there's an achievement for doing both, or maybe not. This one's shielded, so it's, I don't believe, possible to. And see, I'm getting graded at the top left with by the number of hits I'm taking. So this is a full-on major part of the game. And there we had another hitch. They were very proud of this, and it still very much feels like it's a poor decision. I'm down to Browns for this fight out. But one of the achievements I already got was for not taking any damage while doing one of these.
You can scan it or something, right?
Aim it and scan it. Supercharging your blaster drains your meter. Let's see. Got a left trigger, and then let's see. If you press B, you supercharge, which then lets you do a bunch of damage. So there's a whole extra ability. These guys don't want to leave, or they're stuck on the ground. Let's see, there's a scan mode. What is this?
Any weaknesses on it?
So I'm not even sure the movie was this gun centric. Sure, the Star Wars movies are pretty shootout centric, but I'm not sure there was an actual sequence like this in the movie. We didn't get a very good score there. And however, I imagine one of the red bricks we'll collect will be an invincibility brick. And when we have something like that, once you have the invincibility red brick, I imagine you can.
I'm trying. I think something just crawled up my pant leg.
Yeah, there's a lot of lagging going on.
I gotta get
Like,
these guys to safety. Your
but
friend is just north of here.
it's always, the fire animation has always been a tough one too. And so we enter an area that's completely on fire, and the lagging often gets very bad. So this would be a great sequence to continue testing for lag. Alright. Alright, what are you gonna do? What is this? Is he breaking the pipe, or? He just enjoyed that. That was the only reason for that, I suppose. Yeah, this really only leaves me to disable the high DPI settings on my computer completely, which is something I can live with while recording a game. What am I supposed to do? Just hold left? I guess that's all I was supposed to do. It's very odd how that prompt looked a lot like turning clockwise. I would have preferred there to be an arrow just pointing in the left direction. There's probably an achievement for also pressing the B button and hitting people instead of using the X button to shoot people. Yeah, we got a ship that we can charge open. Let's see. Prompt this pull. And then charge this. And apparently we needed all of the buttons. I instinctively pressed B and it canceled out that. I couldn't even see the actual marker there because it was behind a bright light. And we're doing pretty good as far as collecting little collectibles. Right. This is a little exhausting. I have to admit, it's not what you normally have in a Lego game as far as the number of mini interactions, the number of puzzles to solve per level. They've made the levels rather long in a game that's a game series that's been known for making rather long levels in the first place. But they've taken it. It feels like even another step further. And remember, the silver items can't be blown up without the thermal detonator, and you're pretty well guaranteed that you can't I can't open that. I need a Chewbacca, so that's not going to happen. It's interesting that I can step through the fire and and basically not even take any damage. Yeah, and the gold boxes like this need a special stormtrooper of some sort. I assume these are stormtroopers and not clone troopers. Although, for all I know, they could have yet a third name.
Hey, what's that?
It's a popcorn box. Interesting. Let's build the other thing, which would have been a droid. They're doing an interesting thing with having the major bad guy not have a helmet.
I can't put the fire out. We've got to save Lord Santeca. You can fix it, right? I'm no good with machines.
Let's come over here and collect a major amount of studs. We may still be a little short, because this feels like it's been going long enough between running around in the overworld map and let's see. Is this enough? I guess I have to jump on it to find out. Or just stand on it to find out. I guess maybe now I need to break this and then come back to this point. I can see a slight problem with
Probably have to move the tank back before you can use it.
yeah, it's a little bit of a pain to have to go to a third middle point when using these multiple design. What are you telling me?
Probably have to move the tank back before you can use it. You probably have to move the tank back before you can use it. You probably have to move the tank back before you can use it.
Is there some kind of third location? Oh yes, there's a middle location. And see, this is just certainly making it more complicated. Making this game kind of not kid-friendly. Like, no wonder that the game was constantly saying that. Because clearly some kids wouldn't have figured out that. It's a little too complicated to have 3 different options. They should have stuck with a hard 2 left or right options.
Oh, there he is! There he is! Through there!
We walk through here and we've got a cutscene. And is this the new bad guy, Kylo Ren?
Look how old you've become.
Something far worse has happened to you.
You know what I've come for.
You get as far away from here as you can. Do you hear me? I'll come back for you.
You know what's funny? This is
The map to Skywalker.
exactly the same story
And now you're going to give it
as episode 4.
From the dark side. You did not.
I'll show you the dark side.
See, does his lightsaber not actually work in the movie, or is this just a joke? Well, yeah, I guess I kind of already knew that Episode 7 was just Episode 4 redone for a new generation. That was a major criticism of the movie, and not really a big problem. But as it's being shown here, it definitely feels like...
Submit your blaster for inspection.
So this is Captain Phasma and the droid character, the stormtrooper character. What is his name? Is it Ben something? Is it another Ben Obi-Wan Kenobi type name? We got the red brick. We didn't get True Jedi. We didn't get all the mini kits pieces. We never will. Or at best case scenario, we'll collect all the mini kits somewhere around halfway through the game. Let's see. Rey's speeder unlocks. Poe's. A couple of Poe's ships unlock. FN2187. Finn. That's his name. Finn. And we're unlocking quite the collection of characters since there's so many of them. And some droids. I bet at least 2 rows of those are droids. And let's see. We now have 8 of 86 ships, 2 of 18 red bricks, which tells me there's only 16 actual levels, but there's definitely a lot more to do. 4 of 259 red bricks, 71 of 271 characters unlocked. So I have one more trick that I'll try, which is disabling high dots per inch resolution on my computer at all, going back to default 100%, which doesn't really work well for me because I play on a TV that's really far away, and that makes the text incredibly small, so you'll almost certainly hear me complain of being unable to read the screen at that point. The other option, I guess, is I could try borderless window mode. That might be a solution, but the hitching is always very weird in the Lego games, and if it doesn't get better, I'm thinking maybe 2 or 3 more episodes, and then that'll just be the rage quit point, because I'm rather tired of playing Lego games that are subpar on PC. This game playing on a console probably runs perfectly fine. The weird thing here also is that the hitching often happens right in menus like this, where the gold bricks are spinning around. So very little is happening, it's just the reflections on the gold bricks. Anyways, that's it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want to friend or follow me on any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below in the description box. If you want to support me further, get me a game on Steam. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.